So, we hear a lot about all the benefits and the great things about being a digital nomad, living a location independent lifestyle. But something that people don't really talk about is all the downside that comes with this lifestyle. So, here are the truth and the struggle of living a digital nomad lifestyle. The first one is finding the balance between work and life. When you are working a 9 to 5, it's pretty clear that your weekdays from 9 to 5, you're gonna be like working at the office, and after work hour and during the weekend, you have the time to do your hobbies or explore around. But when you're traveling as a digital nomad, sometimes it can be really tricky. The excitement of exploring a new place sometimes can make you struggle with work. And sometimes the demand of work can limit your time to explore a new destination. This oftentimes lead to burnout, decreased productivity, and you can't really enjoy both of your work and life aspects. I personally struggle with this in the beginning because I have a responsibility with my work, but I also want to explore around, especially in the beginning of my digital nomad journey. There is those type of excitement, and you want to see everything when you travel to a new destination. You just want to do all the activities, visit all the places, try out a lot of different things. But yeah, this can easily lead to burnt out because you don't really have a balance anymore. After a couple months of struggling with this, I finally come up with a solution that just makes my life a lot easier. Let's say if I wanna try out a different experience in a new place, like visiting a night market, I can still schedule those activities during weekdays. So after I finish with work, I still can do like couple hours of exploring. And for the lengthy weekend or one day trip, I usually try and schedule it during the weekend. This way I know that during weekdays, I can solely focus on work and I got to explore around during the weekend. The second thing is something that a little bit controversial, and it's about the cost of living and expenses. Well, a lot of people travel to a certain places to save up on the cost of living. Being a digital nomad and traveling full time can often lead to higher expenses. I say that this is a little bit more controversial because I think mostly when people talk about the location independent lifestyle, they always highlight about you can live very well with this amount of money that you can't do from where you're coming from. And yes, oftentimes it can be true, but when we talk about the cost of living, I think it's wiser if we also include some of the other expenses like flights, visa, and insurance. And when you travel to new places, you'll most likely will be spending a lot more on excursions. So practicing being mindful and tracking your expenses would really help here. But I'm gonna share more about the tips on how I finally be able to enjoy this location independent lifestyle to the fullest. Also things that I've learned and implemented that help me make this process a lot more smoother. The next one is lack of stability. I personally is someone who strives with having a routines, and constantly moving can really mess up your routines. With environment changes, time zone, accommodation, it kind of feels like you always have to keep up with doing the routines that mostly feel natural when you stay in one place. Constantly thinking about what you have to do today, where do you have to go to work, either it's at the co-working space or go to a cafe or work from home. This can easily lead to decision fatigue, where you spend a lot of your brain power making small decisions. You don't really have the energy to actually focus on what's important, which is your work. The next thing is building a long-lasting friendship or relationship. This is something that's bittersweet because with being a digital nomad and be able to like travel, you mostly gonna meet new people. I've met some of my closest friends during this time, and it's just so amazing how you can bond with someone with a short period of time. And yeah, being exposed to this type of friendship is something that's really amazing about being a digital nomad. But also most digital nomad are not gonna stay long term in one place, which means you can build a friendship for a couple months and then ended up not seeing them for several years. This is what makes digital nomad lifestyle can feel really full and lonely at the same time because of the lack of strong support network. The next one is health risk. Traveling is all fun, but it also exposes you to a lot of different health risks, such as food poisoning, accidents, and lack of access to quality healthcare. When you get sick, it can easily interrupt your work and also your travel plans, and not to mention an increased medical expenses, which is why it's really important to take care of your health when you're traveling and also to get a health insurance. And one of the struggle with finding a good health insurance is most of health insurance, either it doesn't really cover a certain place that you travel to, or it's hard to claim it when you're not in a certain area, or it's a yearly subscription, so you have to pay for the entire year at once. For my health insurance, I use Safety Wings, and this is also the travel health insurance that a lot of my friends are using, whether they're in Bali, Vietnam, or Thailand. The reason why is because it's targeted towards digital nomad or people who work remotely. And I've seen people who got into an accident, and Safety Wing was being really helpful. They really offer a good support and also they help you cover for the accident. Another thing is, instead of a yearly subscription, they have monthly based subscription. So if you're not traveling for the entire year, you can just buy the insurance on a monthly basis. If you want to learn more about Safety Wing, you can click the link in my description box below, and I believe you can get some discount from that link. The next one is lack of personal space. So depending on your travel style and budget, personal space can be limited. Staying at the hostels or shared accommodation can restrict privacy and personal time. Also, you pretty much have your entire life packed in a suitcase. So yeah, there's a lot of times when we travel somewhere and I want to get something, but I have to be mindful because I don't have enough space on my suitcase. So yeah, that's one of the things that you probably will struggle as well as a digital nomad. Despite of all the inconvenience, living a digital nomad lifestyle and being able to make money from anywhere you want is truly a blessing. So these are the things that I wish I knew earlier to make this lifestyle a lot more enjoyable. The first one is not to stay in a place for a short period of time. And I know although it can be really exciting to explore a lot of places, you just have this desire to see as much as you can, experience as many things as you can. This can quickly turn into a burnt out. Because remember, you're not on vacation, you're still working. So having a dedicated time to work and to explore will be crucial. I usually try to stay in a place for at least a month. This way, it gives me enough time to focus on work and explore the place that I'm at. This will also help you save on the cost of living and the expenses. You can rent a place for a month. You can rent a bike for transportation on monthly basis. And this will cut down the expenses by 30 to 40%. When you slow travel, you can also build a more sustainable lifestyle and routines. That means you can go to the gym and still take care of your physical and mental health, and you can also cook at home sometimes. So with all being said, I'm very grateful for this lifestyle, and I think this lifestyle is really amazing, especially if you want to experience a lot of things and still be able to work full-time. I know digital nomad lifestyle is something that more and more people are curious about, and I want to start living this lifestyle. So if you want to learn some skills that can help you land some remote works, you can check out Course Careers. With Course Careers, they have a lot of courses that will help you to land a remote work without having a prior experience. So all of these courses are targeted towards a beginner. Either you want to learn about UI UX design, digital marketing, human resource, tech sales. They have several different courses that you can check out. To check it out, you can use my link below and it will save you $50 for your first purchase. If you have more questions or you want to talk more about this lifestyle, either you don't know what skills you want to learn to be able to work remotely, or you're still hesitating on which destination do you want to go as a digital nomad, you can book a call with me. I have a 2 calls package. I will leave the link in the description box below. So that's it for today's video, and I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye!